Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to be exploring one of the biggest stores when it comes to e-commerce, one of the most successful, highest revenue generating stores out there. We do this a lot on this channel. If you're new here, we analyze some of the top brands in the world so that we can apply some of this knowledge into our businesses. And we do it very briefly, so you're not going to be wasting your time watching these videos. Anyways, the store we're talking about today is called CalPack. And what's funny about this store is that it's in a niche that is super competitive. We actually recently explored another store called Away Luggage that is also on Shopify and also does insane numbers just like this. But guess what? They're both in the same niche. But the first thing we're going to do here is look at some of the ads because in my opinion, and I have tangible evidence to conclude this as well, media buying, which is basically running meta ads, that's one way to buy media, is one of the most powerful ways to grow a business. And it's basically the skill that I've chosen to master in the last few years. It's one of the skills that we teach at the Lab Mastermind. And it's a skill that has allowed this business to generate over $5 million in a single month. So incredible results. This is Shop Hunter right here. And I did cross-check it with a different software just to show you the accuracy here. And this one estimates basically $5 million as well. So we can take the average and say 5 million. Now, what's really interesting is that this is their best-selling product right here. However, this starter bundle set is having some insane sales velocity right now. So people are looking for the whole pack. They want to buy everything. They don't just want to buy the little duffel bag. Now, what's brilliant about this brand right here is their average order value. So what we can deduce from looking at this data is that they have a very high average order value. And what that allows them to do is actually be able to spend more money on ads and continue to fuel their growth. That's one thing a lot of people don't consider when it comes to building their businesses is what is the margin on your product? And if you have a higher margin on there, chances are you're going to be better at running ads. So the main things we want to look at today to gain the most value possible are their best sellers landing page to see what we can take away from it and some of their ads, as I mentioned. So let's start with the ads. They're running 130 different creatives on Meta. On Meta alone, I'm sure they have an omnipresent strategy now where they're running Google ads, TikTok ads, and even Pinterest ads. But this is definitely where the main meat of their budget goes to, which is the same with a lot of brands. We work with some 8-figure brands at my agency, for example, and this is exactly what that distribution looks like. It's mainly allocated, most of the marketing budget is allocated towards Meta. So as you see, they're having these last chance, early access bundle deals or whatever, or not necessarily bundle deals, but they're running exclusive offers right now, which actually makes sense, right? Before the summer, a lot of people travel and they're going to need luggage. But this is a very good ad copy, actually. You know, it's like you're showing them an ad and then you're also just making it very clear what's going on. You're like, okay, well, this is your last chance. We have 20% off all of our luggages. You can either take advantage of it or not. And they even have simple ads like this where it's just image ads, as you see. Like if we take a look at this full screen, it's a very simple ad. Anybody could create something like this on Canva if you have product images. Now, I'm sure that they're using these a lot for retargeting. So that's another meta ads term or marketing term or media buying term rather. Retargeting is basically where you're showing an ad to a specific group of people or a specific audience that has already engaged with your brand. It's very powerful, especially if you've ever heard the saying of, a customer needs 7 touch points before they actually make a buying decision. That's true. Not for everybody, of course, but for the most part, that tends to be true. Now, as you see, they are testing a lot of different interesting ad copies. So for example, this one is very good. Where to next? That's it. They're really tapping into why somebody would buy this, right? It's to travel. So where are you going next? It makes somebody, intrigued. It kind of makes you think about it a little bit. It's like, wait, where am I going next? I don't know. You know what I mean? Now, here's some testimonial ads. Very good ad copy here. Perfect amount of room for a weekend trip. And I love the separate storage for shoes. That is a very, very good testimonial right there. simple image. The product is the main thing. I think they should actually, okay, this is a very nitpicky piece of advice, but if they zoom this in a little more, it probably would get a higher click-through rate and conversion rate, just so you can see the product even better. But now, for example, this ad copy here is also good. Take everything you need and nothing you don't. 8-piece travel set for $2.99. Offer ending soon. Even the biggest brands in the world, actually especially the biggest brands in the world on Shopify, are using words like this, call to actions and scarcity, in order to actually get people through their funnel, right? Or rather, urgency. The offer is ending soon. We know that the offer is not ending soon, or at least for now, it's not ending soon. We saw that this is one of their best sellers right now with a lot of sales velocity, and it's down to the wording of the ad. So that's where it all begins. And this is something a lot of people, neglect. However, these guys are not neglecting it. And I love how they're keeping it very short and concise. It's actually super, super clever. But again, they're testing all sorts of things, running a ton of different ads. And you're not going to start at this level, of course, if you're just starting to run meta ads for your business. But over time, as you continue to test things, as you continue to see what your lifetime customer value is, you start determining whether or not you should, just test more ads and leave some ads on, etc. Now, the last thing I want to do here is take a look at their best sellers landing page, because this is where we can learn how we should structure our landing pages on Shopify. Now, what you see with this is something that is overstated in a lot of our videos. So sorry to, just sound like a broken record here, but it's pretty damn simple. I mean, the branding is extremely on point. So that's really the only thing that makes this super unique. Outside of the branding, the structure is incredibly simple, but I guess I am oversimplifying it, because they do have some incredible images here. I mean, these images are so nice, and the product itself is really good. So it kind of sells itself, and you have so many different colors, but these are limited edition colors. That's super, super clever. I've actually never seen a brand do this right here, but this would work super well for fashion as well. And then the description is entirely in tabs, so you don't even need to read it if you don't want to. But then they also have some more like images at the bottom and GIFs to explain the product a little bit better, which makes sense. And then, they have the sticky add to cart button. Very good addition for mobile. If you don't have a sticky add to cart button on your store, you may be missing out on some add to carts, which, add to carts lead to conversions, especially if you have email flow set up in the back end that can recapture your abandoned carts. That's a little golden nugget. Some people neglect email marketing, but it's definitely something you shouldn't neglect, because even for media buying, it will help you with media buying because once those people convert, it will still be attributed to the first touch point, which was Meta, or wherever you're running ads from, maybe Google, maybe Pinterest, maybe TikTok, maybe all of them. But the other last little conversion optimization thing I see here is the chat. So they do have a chat here, which is really nice. However, when you scroll down, you can't really see the chat because the add to cart is blocking it, the sticky add to cart button. Then very simple reviews, just super easy to understand. So this store follows what I've been saying lately a lot, which is they make it easy to shop. They don't make it super complicated. They don't make you go through a whole entire crazy complex funnel. It's very simple. Anybody could figure it out within a matter of minutes. So yeah, that's it. We learned a little bit about ad copy, urgency, adding urgency in your ad copy. That's one thing that we can take away from this brand, even at a high level. That definitely helps you get results. So if you're looking to get results right away for your business, consider using urgency, creating some sort of interesting offer and adding urgency to your ad copy, making it concise like they're doing, testing images, testing videos, and then making your landing pages quite similar to this, in the sense that you should make it fast, make it simple, brand it very similar to how you're branding everything else, make it very congruent, right? Add a few images or GIFs or videos in the description just to explain the product a little further, but don't make people read too much, make it very simple and concise. And then, that's it. Start running ads and maybe create some sort of abandoned cart sequence. Add a sticky add to cart button if you don't have one. Those are just a few things that we can learn from this. As always, if you enjoyed these videos, if you want to support the channel in some way, you want to give back to the channel, then make sure that you use the Shopify link in the description to start your own Shopify store. This is a Shopify store, and it's no coincidence that the biggest brands in the world are all on Shopify these days. Shopify is the best. Check them out in the description. You can get $1 a month for 3 months. Incredible deal. Shopify is normally $39 a month, so that saves you over $100, which is pretty crazy. And then, of course, check out some of the other links in there, like the Academy Lab or our agency, if that's interesting to you. But yeah, that's about it. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Now get out of here and go work on your business. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.